What's going on everyone, I'm Alex and this is a comparison video between the HTC Desire 320 and the Samsung Galaxy Ace 2X. Both devices cost about $80 and that's the main reason why I decided to make a comparison video between them. The HTC has a 4.5-inch display and the Samsung has a 4-inch display. As you can see, the Samsung is much smaller than the HTC. The resolution on the HTC it's 218 pixels per inch and on the Samsung it's 233 pixels per inch, so a bit better on the Samsung. The HTC has a MediaTek 6582 processor, which is a quad-core processor, and the Samsung has a Qualcomm processor. It's a one-core only processor clocked at 1 gig. The HTC has 500 megabytes of RAM and the Samsung has 750. So it's a bit better for the Samsung, but the Samsung is running TouchWiz, which is pretty heavy. Next, let's take a closer look at both devices. I do like the Samsung a bit more, it doesn't feel as cheap as the HTC. However, it's what everybody prefers. Let's take a look at the batteries. The Samsung has a 1500 mAh battery, while the HTC has a 2100 mAh battery, so a bit bigger on the HTC. I'll put the batteries back on and we'll power on the devices so you can see which one starts up faster. They're both on. They both take quite a while to start up. I'm quite surprised the Samsung started before the HTC. And the HTC is finally on. The Antutu score on the HTC is about 17,000 and on the Samsung is about 7,000, which is quite a bit of a difference. Next, let's check out the operating system on both devices. So the Samsung is left behind quite a bit, while the HTC has Android 4.4.2. The Antutu score on the HTC is about 17,000 and the Antutu score on the Samsung is about 7,000. So it's quite a bit of a difference there. The multi-touch test, so how many points on the screen you can touch at the same time. On the HTC it's actually 2. So you can only touch the screen in 2 places, and on the Samsung it's actually 5, so you can touch the screen in 5 places in the same time. So much better on the Samsung. If we go to the sensor box, we are gonna see what sensors both devices have. Again, the Samsung is gonna have a few more sensors enabled than the HTC. The proximity sensor on both devices So it does work much better on the Samsung than the HTC. So this is during phone calls. The accelerometer works the same, no difference there. Next I'll do a GPS test. For some reason the HTC wasn't able to get a fix. It took quite a while. I tried a bit earlier and it took quite a while to get a fix. As you can see, the Samsung got a fix right away. It could be because the HTC doesn't have a SIM card inside. So that could be the reason. However, I was able to get a fix on the HTC in my previous test a couple of days ago. We'll give it a few more seconds and see if it connects. And I don't believe it will connect this time. It's probably because it doesn't have a SIM card inside. So the Samsung is a bit faster as this as well. The screen brightness is set at maximum, and you can see that the Samsung is much brighter than the HTC. Next I'll open a couple of apps like Chrome, so you can see how they run on both devices. As you'd expect, the HTC is gonna be much faster. I'll open eBay, I'll open it here as well. Takes a bit longer on the Samsung to do any of these. I'll open the same page here. Scrolling is much better on the HTC. I'll open any article right here. I'll try to get the same one. And as you can see, the HTC renders the page much faster. Also, this is how you zoom in on the HTC, and this is how you zoom in on this one. So it's there is a lot of lag on the Samsung. Next, let's see if there is YouTube. I'll choose the same video. I know the Samsung takes quite a while, but eventually it starts up. This is the resolution, the maximum resolution on both. Samsung Galaxy Alpha clone. So this is the fake device, this is not the real. Next, let's check out the speaker on both of them. I'll turn the volume up. So the Samsung is a bit louder there. However, the Samsung it's much slower. Next I'm gonna play Beach Buggy on both devices so you can see how it does. Much faster on the HTC, as you can see. A bit difficult to play on both devices at the same time. However, the Samsung it's much laggier than the HTC. The HTC performs much better for that particular game. The Samsung is just extremely slow. The speeds here are just horrible. I'm not sure why they're so slow. They're both connected to the exact same network. So as you can see, there is no comparison here either. The cameras, they both have 5 megapixel sensors. However, the Samsung I find much better, takes much better pictures. The interface, well, nothing special about any of them. You can see some sample pictures in the video's description. So there you have it. I do believe that HTC is a much better phone. You can actually play games, download more apps and do lots of stuff. The camera on the Samsung is a bit better, and the Samsung does have a couple of things that the HTC doesn't have. It connects to the satellites faster, the screen is way brighter and looks much better. But I would choose the HTC over the Samsung just because of the processor that the HTC has. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe.